Hello, everyone, and finally, welcome back to Telione Season 2, Episode 73. In our last episode, it was the start of a brand new day after our paladin, Eleonora, came back from the Celestial Plane. In the early mornings, we went on a trip within the Rolled Hills district, got some nice food to have a grandiose breakfast before sending Willow back to the Feywild and Mikael. Using banishment from Giltesh, I only made him use one slot, because using two on something that's temporary hit points seems like a mean thing to do. Always gotta bring that up. Love that. Can't do it anymore now. But as the day went on, the party kind of split up, doing their own individual things. Kai and Weyland went to go visit Felix Storm of the Broken Anvil to get blueprints for the Museum of Freelance Magic, the objective of this heist that Weyland has produced within the team. All the meanwhile, Enos and Eleonora awkwardly sat in Kai's house with, what's your dog's name? Ember, as the guard dog, watching over those two. And Giltesh went to visit an old friend of Kai's, going to Genies to visit Udahe to get a little bit more information about Kai and their background. Eventually, you guys all met up back at the house, and then went back into the Steel Patch district to go visit a contact of Weyland's, Numbers, the one that originally gave Weyland the idea for this heist. Going in, you met Rattlesnake Pete, who let you into this hallway of a really small casino of slot machines, and a really rough dwarf with an eye patch, and just a lot of weapons. Not very interested in the magics you all contain. Giving a little bit more information about the Cortazzo family, saying that they are very deadly, and that with an extra bit of Weyland's cut, he gave some information about a potential new artifact going to the museum, a Githyanki artifact. As someone tried to cast magic, it got Numbers a little bit pissed off towards Enos, shockingly to no one. As you all quickly left and then went back to Celtra's in the attempt to bring back the beloved Bi-Vrel. With a successful casting of Reincarnate through the many oils and unguents that Celtra was able to provide, and Tony's hair oil, Bi-Vrel came back, exactly as they were before. As angry as they were before, but they were happy in a pissed off way to be back. They decided that they were going to go back to Duke Tagrin Drake Thane's manor, get the king and queen out, and meet back up with you all at Kai's house. That's basically where we ended the episode. You all were leaving Celtra's after gathering some supplies. So now I leave the rest up to you. You have a lot of information about this potential heist, so if we want to just hop into that, we absolutely can.
Alright, gang. So, would we just be, like, sitting around a table, and I guess this is the scene where everybody's, like, looking at a map and, like, pointing at stuff and saying things?
Yeah.
Can the heist just be a montage?
I was gonna say
montage. Yes.
Probably where we would be setting this up is either in Kai's house or in the Broken Anvil hideout. One or the other, to be completely honest.
Wasn't there a thing of, like, not everybody could fit into the hideout entrance?
Eleonora would struggle unless polymorphed to get down there.
So, yeah.
We could just
it would
do
probably
this in
be in
Kai's
Kai's house. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Them wings.
Don't ask what my wingspan is.
Oh. Okay.
I could tell reference. Just kidding.
Weyland is going to throw down the blueprints for everything onto the table, throw some paperweights onto the corners. And so, Diamanti. So, on the Roll20, which one is top floor, which one is bottom floor?
The
is it
left
top?
side is the top floor, and
Gotcha.
this would be the main entrance, this little area here. That's the
I
front
was about
door.
to ask that.
And the right side is going to be the basement storage.
Basement storage, okay. So,
And the way to the basement is right here or right?
It would be from up here.
Okay, word.
Which
Oh,
you do see that there's only one door on the original schematics, and it is the front door.
Okay.
yeah, I was going to say there's not a door to that staircase. That room's like
Correct.
completely separated.
So
Oh, wait, then-
just looking at it, you get the hunch that this building is filled with secret doors, because even this hallway back here doesn't seem to have any doors to it. This hallway
Yeah, 'cause I was
that
gonna
goes
say
between three
the
rooms doesn't
tunnels.
have anything.
Yeah.
The tunnels
So-
aren't connected.
So yeah, they definitely have some secrets.
So, I think the best thing for us to figure out before we start any of this is, are we wanting to do it during the daytime when we won't have our weapons, but the guards will be more pushovers and we'll just have to do a social stealth, or nighttime when we can carry all of our gear on us and we can be genuinely stealthy, but the guards are a lot more cutthroat? Which one do y'all feel more comfortable with?
If
Well,
you
go
go first,
ahead.
Eleanor. No, you go first.
Considering I can no longer really be subtle with the whole bird situation, do you think it might be too, obvious if we go in there? Or, I mean, Kai, Weyland, with you living here, would this... I mean, obviously it's not super common, but would it be seen as something extraordinarily out of the ordinary? Or would they just be like, oh, okay, and then go back to business? I don't want to attract any unwanted attention to us. Or I could potentially serve as a distraction if that would help as well.
I would, with her wings, right? They don't look like Aarakocra wings. They're like angelic wings.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
That is,
Eleanor. Yeah, I do think how well we disguise you, I definitely feel like you would stick out like a sore thumb. I already stick out a lot, and you now stick out way more than I do. So
But
Have we? Sorry.
yes,
Go on.
no, go ahead.
I was just curious. Have we seen the building, DM, or no? Like the people from here.
It's in the Steel Patch district. There's a chance you might have walked by it, but you wouldn't have thought about looking at it beforehand.
Cool. Kai, how big is this building? Tall. Or what's your name? Sorry, Weyland.
from the schematics here, it's looking like it's going to be a single-story building with a basement, but that there might be higher ceilings on it with it being a museum. There might need to be like taller artifacts in there. So maybe let's assume higher ceilings around 15 feet, but it might also be built into mountain. We are on a mountain after all.
That is definitely
Which I just want to have this conversation. This could very well this could be a trap because there is only one obvious way in, and especially if we wanted to get the goodies out of the basement, that's going to be a real challenge because looking at these blueprints, there's a service hallway in the back that might lead out to caves, but there's only one staircase up, and if you get trapped down there, you get trapped down there.
yeah, and also we don't know we know that there's items that can help us help the people, but we don't know what specifically are we finding down there. I mean, while we're up there at a certain point, I could potentially send in Ember disguised as a spider, or not disguised as a spider, down there to see what is down there, and then we can make a choice then.
I think.
And also, if we, sorry, I was gonna say, if we try to move in, I can take pass without a trace, and so being stealthy won't be an issue.
This is a question for the DM.
Yes.
I could get the spell Word of Recall,
Okay.
but I have to designate a sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
by casting this spell within that location, such as a temple dedicated to or strongly linked to your deity. My deity is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, could I, in theory, make a sanctuary? Like, is that something feasible with like what we have, or is that just kind of like would need to find like an actual like temple or artifact of Tiamat?
I would say with the uniqueness of Tiamat, they don't really have a sanctuary within this realm, this plane of existence anyway. So if you can find a creative way to create one, then it could absolutely work.
Actually,
Did we ever
thinking
keep
back
that
to like
dragon head?
really early episodes when we were in the house when Raskus got cursed by Tiamat, I'm pretty sure I took the little like head
Scales.
statue of
The Tiamat
Yeah.
statue. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
you're
I have
right.
it still. I
Yeah.
don't think I ever like left it anywhere.
It would just be at the bottom of your bag somewhere.
Yeah, in the bag
Yeah,
of holding.
probably.
What is this? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, we've run into something like that, and I do have a strange idea. Like, if it's built into the wall, if the museum is built into a mountain or a wall, what if we use, Eleanor's wings to our advantage and come from the top down, land on the roof, get, maybe there's less guards on top, or maybe there's just less. Better stay quiet. I don't know.
Does the blueprint say anything about the roof itself? Do we know there's a way to get in through the roof?
Specifically, the roof of, you would assume this building and the rest of the buildings throughout the city, since it has this terrace effect to it, there is probably something on top of this building that wasn't in the original creation of the building, per se.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, a lot of the residential districts, they have little gardens on top. You haven't seen the building to know what is up there, but gauging from the top floor blueprint, you would guess that there are 2 entrances from above. You would just have to find them.
Oh.
Okay. If I take Mold Earth, not the cantrip, Move Earth actually is the higher level spell, but maybe a little bit of column A, column B, then maybe we can find a way to subtly get in there, being the biggest commotion. But then it all boils to, if we get in through the roof, how are we getting down without causing a lot of noise or whatever? I mean, I could burrow through and it not be the biggest thing, but at the same time, it's once we're on the ground is what I'm mostly concerned about.
Well, I do have the spell Stone Shape that, in theory, I could presumably, like, Guy and Weyland, like, are these buildings made of stone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You
So-
you would both know that many of the buildings are built through Stone Shape.
Okay.
So we know that there's this room that there's a secret door into this room. I could just create a door to that room.
Yeah.
Even on the
Feasible.
ceiling, like, I could create like a door facing down on the ground that we could use to open and close it, in theory.
Here I was thinking of using Stone Mason's tools. Okay.
We could chisel
Yeah.
it away, yeah.
Chiseling might take a longer time, so using
I
Stone
mean,
Shape combined with Move Earth and
I'm
Mold
old fashioned.
Earth. Yeah.
I can, as assuming that some of this is probably magically based, I have Dispel Magic that we could try to maybe find some of the hidden doors, and I could find them if we can try. I'd be up for maybe trying to scope out the roof and see if there's a way down, but with this being so complicated, I think we're going to need a multi-pronged approach in different
Also,
eyes in different places.
Eleanor, I don't know if you can, if you have access to the spell, or someone at a certain point, it would be a good idea. Detect magic would be good because arcane alarms and other type of divination or spells that can alert other people in a heist sounds highly likely.
I have detect and dispel magic.
Okay.
I do as well.
If
I
we
was-
go at
okay.
night, there's going to be a higher likelihood of traps anyway.
Yeah.
And
where-
I wouldn't want to sideline anybody by going during the day, you know.
Let's say my proposition is we go during the day because trying to Eleonora, so wonderful to have you back. It is gonna be a little tricky to hide yourself respectfully.
I could polymorph you, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to polymorph you for that long.
But then that takes away our idea of flying over above.
Yeah.
Does anyone have disguise self?
Definitely
That's only
not.
for yourself. You can't
I
disguise.
have that the old-fashioned way. I'm proficient in a disguise kit, which I can use on anybody.
I don't know if
I
that
mean, that
would
doesn't
count
get
as
rid of the
hiding the
wings.
wings, though.
Let's
Well,
see.
never.
DM, may I roll for a disguise kit check?
You can tape the wings down.
But I wouldn't want to, essentially, I would need to be able to use the wings without anybody seeing the wings.
We put mirrors on them.
Wait, isn't there cloud cover? Like, isn't it kind of
Wait a
like
minute.
pretty foggy?
We put clouds on
Only in
them.
the Rolled Hills district it is. Once you get to Steel Patch, the only type of clouds or smoke is coming from the factories.
How about
Is this...
I
We're
do
getting
have-
ready to go to sleep, right? To prepare for the heist the next day?
That's the question. You know that this new artifact's coming in within the next few days. You weren't given
I
an exact
could-
time. If you wanted to go during that, that's also an option.
The artifact is our target, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
That artifact is... I've heard pretty nice things about it. It could probably fetch a pretty penny, and I've heard it's Githyanki in nature.
Okay.
Which I don't know what that means, but I imagine y'all do.
Well, I do have the hat of disguise. If you wanted that, Eleonora, that could probably
Ooh.
I'm
without.
I'm
Nice and
thinking
movement.
with a combination of maybe that and I could always maybe leave earlier while it's still kind of dark outside to be able to try to get on the roof and maybe hide until it's around the same time. I mean, if you guys want to try to go during the day. But I think my best bet to be able to get up there without attracting unwanted attention is while it is nighttime.
Monty, as a giant eagle,
Mhm.
if I did dispel magic, right? Not dispel magic. If I did pass without a trace, wild shaped into a giant eagle and took everyone up. First things first, would I be able to take everyone up there?
You would only be able to take one Enos or one Giltesh at a time because they are that big.
Okay.
That's right.
I
Can
can
anyone
get
make me
anywhere
small?
vertically or horizontally. You do not need to worry about me.
Okay.
And to give a little bit more description about like the way the streets and stuff work, is the tops of the buildings meld into the street. So even if you land on top of the building, you are very visible to the main street that has the next row of shops and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like,
So, yeah.
yes, a lot of buildings do have trees and some foliage, so you can hide within them. Or they have like little sheds on top and things like that.
Oh, so we
But-
wouldn't even have to fly up there.
Correct. You would just walk off
Yeah.
the street on top of the building.
Yeah.
Like
So-
this city is so unique in that way.
We could
Who's
fly
the
to
best
like
in a social
get an aerial
situation?
view. Not me.
Who's
Not
best at
me.
what?
Social situations. Anybody.
I've got a really good charisma score.
Okay, I was thinking somebody could come. We could buddy system go in during the day, see what all is there, sort of get an estimate on our takeaway here, and also check out that artifact and see if we might need a certain kind of container for it. And also, we might be able to spot any secret entrances, traps, that kind of thing.
Crazy.
I could use the disguise or the hat of disguise just to be able to. I mean, I'll still be dealing with the wings and have to make sure I don't bump into anyone. I'm assuming,
Yes.
right, DM? But I mean, I'm pretty sure I have the highest charisma of everyone, and I'm pretty sure I'm the most charming. And I'm also just a little girl. I could go in and just scope it out.
girl. I'm just a
And if
girl.
somebody could cast
Just a
message with
girl.
me so I could relay the information.
I mean, I'd be there too. I'm great at this stuff.
Why do I have a feeling that everybody's gonna know your face and know that you're a criminal, though?
Why? No, I wear a mask. Look, and then I pull like my little mask up and my little goggles down, and I'm like, "This is what I do when I'm on the job." Like,
I draw my sword because I don't recognize them.
Object permanence 0.
Yeah.
that should be a skill.
Well,
Should be a skill.
I was gonna say if we need an escape plan, if we have time to prep, my wonderful deity that I worship now, as we all know, gives me the ability to teleport back to a specific location. But if only I had something that I could create a sanctuary with for the goddess Tiamat. Because
T-set.
you have a tea
Giltesh, I'm
set?
sorry, what?
Oh yeah, she doesn't know that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weyland just said they had a tea set.
Yeah, here, and then I like go scrounge into my little haversack, and sure, I pull out a tea set. It's like,
It's like 5 different colored cups.
yeah. and then it immediately breaks, so that way there's no, like cheating.
I'm just gonna.
No, my comedic release tea set.
Oh fuck, she's back.
I'm gonna just.
Those were the gems all along.
I'm gonna put my hand like this. Giltesh, I know I missed a lot.
You did, indeed. Yeah.
And I'm just, without saying anything else, I'm just gonna reach into my bag and frisbee the Tiamat gloss statue at you.
Oh my god.
Now, the other thing to this is for you, Kai. Do you have a place that I could set this up?
Use my room.
Okay. But what the other thing I was going to suggest is if we do go during the daytime, stone shape also allows me to create weapons out of stone.
Yep.
So if speaking as Giltesh, I can support everybody here and focus on that. And then Kai, if you focus more on spells rather than weapons, I could, in theory, create a weapon for the rest of us, the 3 of you. But I could not create a door unless I went another level, or if I expended more magic than would typically be needed.
If it comes down to it, and you have to expend more magic, let me know, and then I'll save my higher magic to mold Earth in the direction. Because will we have the blueprint with us or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
have that on my person at all times.
All right.
I mean-
I mean, I can memorize it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
We got jokes now?
Depending on what Monte wants, I do technically can memorize maps because of my background.
You do technically can memorize.
And in your notes, you do
can
have the
technically memorize
blueprints.
maps.
Hey, I can
Okay.
memorize it too. Check this out. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
So
But
if
if it comes down to it, I can burrow through in the direction where we know that the under layer is.
and I have enough magic to teleport the 5 of us and one more person if for whatever reason we stumbled across somebody, I could teleport us back to wherever I create this sanctuary. But that's gonna probably take me today at least, and then probably the day of to kind of get everything and
Random
Do you
question.
think it'll be okay to have daggers on us if they're well hidden? I'm just assuming no larger weapons.
I think we could hide a dagger, like at the very least. But also, I
They will
don't need
check
to
you,
bring in
though.
weapons. I don't need to bring in weapons though. On my small stature, I can't hide anything here. But y'all are taller. Y'all have more places to hide things.
But
Well, and I don't just have my smites, you know, I do have other magic.
okay.
Okay.
That was weird.
Bro, do you want to
The way
fight
that
me
you
in my
said that.
magic circle?
It sounds
Me
like
and
a
my
boss.
freaking
I'm good.
command.
Well, I don't really need to bring in weapons at all. These are mostly for show.
Mhm.
But that all this to be said, I have the ability to create a orb of silence. So I have a lot of supportive spells, and most of those will also be healing. At least the major ones. So if y'all want to focus more on like attacking or like things that where if we do get in a fight, y'all can kind of carry. If we go during the day, could be good.
Okay. My question is, and this could be if we're deciding to go early or not. If I use one of my wild shapes, I can turn Ember into a spider, but find familiar last for an hour. If anyone goes before, or maybe like an hour before, I can place Ember on you as you walk in, and then move Ember to potentially to a lower part of the museum, and then I could look through their eyes. But we wouldn't know if the thing that we're looking for is down there, but we would have an idea of specifics down there. Or if we just need it in that room, or if we need it in the main room, wherever we want an extra, I can have one there for an hour.
I can do that pretty easily, I think. Getting into the event, it's a museum. Like, you can get into a museum during the day, but I worry about going during the day because if in the very, very microscopically small likelihood that we do get caught, y'all are in trouble now because y'all have stake in the upper echelon of the city and the royalty and the guard captain. So that's important. So, but going at night, we only have to deal with Cortazos, which more dangerous, but I don't think y'all care as much about getting on the bad side of a mob family as you do of getting on the bad side of the government.
I see. And I kind of agree. I agree that I'd rather make my hands dirty when it comes to a mob than government, because then it becomes a political issue if we're caught.
Exactly. But either way, I think if we go day or night, fighting should be a last resort. We should not lead this with violence.
A mobilization should be our first and foremost. If engaging people.
Your best defense is not getting caught.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm pretty stealthy, I would say. So I feel fine. It's just, and I kind of think that I'm a flame that's lit on fire. I'm also very noticeable. I mean, I can get rid of the flame, and do you get rid of the flame? Do I pass as an earth genasi? Maybe.
You still have lava veins.
Yeah. So
I've got makeup.
That's why I just feel like daytime, especially if we do get caught, the guards will not be as heavy, so they might be easier to deal with.
But then at night, then it's kind of just like, it doesn't matter what we look like, you know?
I think we can do a little column A, a little column B here.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I mean, during the day, wouldn't they be more afraid of truly exposing what they're doing? So they'd still want to try to keep it on the down low, even if we are caught. They're not going to want to expose themselves to everyone at the museum at that time.
That may be true.
And especially if the local officials get involved, they're not going to want them to know that the Cortazzo family is doing shady things either.
Yeah, that could work. That could be a fallback.
If I'm gonna go start working on the sanctuary, my vote is for the daytime, and I will leave that to y'all, and I'll kind of like take the statue and head. You said your room, Kai?
My bedroom, yes, because any other room is probably too small.
Okay, so I'm going to Kai's bedroom then, with the statue.
Amazing.
I think, going to what Weyland was saying, if we go in the morning, do a little reconnaissance in the morning just to kind of see how everything's looking, everything's going. If we find the opportunity to do it, then maybe we take it. If not, then we fall into plan B, going at night.
Also, going in the
And
morning.
we could all, if need, because you said you're good at disguises, we could all be disguised.
Exactly. And going in the morning would let us make a little shopping list of sorts. We can figure out what we want so that we can be more efficient once we actually get in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Is
So,
your
yeah.
oh, I was say, is Kai, is your bed in the room? Is it like stone turned into a bed, or is it like a bed that was placed in the room?
The frame is made out of stone, and
Is
it's
it
like a water
con-
bed with gravel.
But
Instead
is it
of
connected
water,
to the
it's gravel.
Is the frame connected to the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
That's also what my apartment complex gave me. That's what I sleep on every night.
Damn.
A gravel bed.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
The guest beds actually have mattresses because I like having guests know that I'm only in here. So on the off chance there's other people, I gotta make sure.
Are the guest bedrooms big enough to hold all 5 of us? DM?
Probably not.
Okay. Alrighty. Good to know.
I can and will sleep anywhere.
Now I'm just imagining if Willow and Mikiel had been forced to like sleep on a rock bed.
I just didn't think about it. I was like, here, the master bedroom. And then they go and it's like, oh, it's rocks. Of course it's rocks.
It's shale. It's a bed made out of like shale and pebbles.
It has like a jacuzzi that shoots out like little pebbles, like really, really fast, like the air jets.
Yeah.
It would immediately kill a person, like a normal person.
And it is a
Immediately
death
turn
trap.
them into Swiss
Sand
cheese. Like, actual
Sand
death.
bath, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So, anything else you all want to do today, or do you want to head to a long rest?
You go first, Weyland.
I've been carrying around this freaking note for 2 sessions
Fuck.
and forgetting to open it. Never mind, I forget about the note.
I forgot about it as well. Who handed that to you?
Okay. Oh my god.
It
and
was.
the guy,
I'm pretty sure it was the
the guy
bar
at the very-
person.
it was the barman. It was the
Yeah.
barman, but we don't have to do that now.
We'll do that when I think of it.
Yep, okay.
My other thing might be
Brian.
that.
It's the only thing I forgot.
It, at night, I don't know if they're awake or not, or if it will lead to something bigger. I want to stop by Mildred's place.
Okay. Because we haven't gotten to the long rest part yet. I was just asking for the rest of the day.
Yeah, at some point later at night, I think I want to go over. Whether that's at her door or just, yeah, I just want to be at her place.
Okay.
Make the decision on if I feel like getting jumped today.
Anything else for the evening?
I think honestly, I kind of just want to like just sit and be around everyone, even if it's a lot of just like observing and kind of just getting used to being back here and like hearing like people's voices. I'm probably just like having the heist to plan was something to keep my mind occupied, but now that everything is kind of slowed down a little, probably like have the 1,000-yard stare a little bit and kind of just like sit on the couch and watch everyone kind of just going and just exist.
Alright. Yeah. And Kai, you eventually head out of the house unless you're gonna go through the underground.
I think I'm gonna go for a walk. I'll go
Alright.
for a walk.
Yeah, the evening approaches, you head off on your own to the Rolled Hills district, the constant clouds just hitting over you. And you know where Mildred's house is, it's not too terribly far away. You travel up a couple streets, and you see a very similar front-facing house, similar to your own. A couple planters underneath the front windows.
Ooh. Kai just stands like at the door and just looks at it for a long time. Shayla told me to take accountability for my actions, and I need to just take this on the chin if I want to retain a relationship with people Ooh. Oh my god, did she knock on the door? Oh my god. If I want to maintain a relationship with her. Come on. And I take that first step forward and I knock on the door.
No real response at the moment. You hear the people behind you walking down the street, a lot of them packing up from their workings within the districts and stuff like that. A lot of people are coming down from Steel Patch to get their well-deserved rest. About a minute goes by. No one seems to come to the door.
Okay. I kind of sit there for a bit. Can I look around and see if A, she sees me, or B, has any type... She's a tinkerer, if she sort of like surveillance stuff and like, or like robot or whatever.
Like searched into her house?
Not search into, I'm on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's anything like around me that's like, oh, I'm not answering the door, like a camera or something to be like...
It's very basic. You all are a secret organization, so you have to at least pretend to be normal on the outside.
Okay. I'm gonna just sit there and I kind of just head kind of on the door as a thud. Not loud, but I just say, Mildred, it's Kai. I know you probably don't want to see me, and I left things in a very sour way and a very unresolved way, and that wasn't fair to you, and that wasn't fair to the people that I said I care about. And I want to talk about how I left things. I want to be better. But only if you give me that chance, and I understand I don't deserve it. But I want to work for it.
As you're sitting there, head against the door, you feel this really tiny hand go onto your shoulder. Well, I recognize that flame anywhere.
Kai, it almost like it's just very scared and like slowly turns around. Hi, Mildred. Hello.
Yeah, you see the small dwarf woman, her giant Ansvelt glasses on, her large scarf. She has a very big coat on as well, because unlike many of the dwarves, she does not have a lot of muscle mass to her, so she has to stay extra warm with these big coats and things like that. Just the nice soft face of Mildred. She has a little basket with her just filled with a bunch of yarns, and another basket filled with foods and stuff like that.
How is her face looking? Does she still have that gnarly burn mark on the side of her face?
It's not as bad as it was, for sure. Because there's plenty of people that know how to fix things in this city. The Temple of Melil can help with that. There's a couple alchemists within the Steel Patch district to give her ointments and stuff like that. So, it's still there. It's hard to get rid of a burn scar, but it's showing off well.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
And can we talk?
Yeah.
I understand if you don't, and okay.
I don't see why not. You've changed. I can see that just from your physical demeanor. Oh, it's a lovely speech as well. You hungry?
A little, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Unlocks the door, swings it open. Around this time, at Kai's house, you all hear a knock on the door.
Wait, like us?
Yeah, you guys. The other four.
Oh. Who all would be sleeping in like the living room with me?
Dude, this is before you guys would be going to sleep.
Oh, word.
This is around
So we're
like
just,
8,
like,
9
hanging out.
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm just gonna
Why
look
not?
at Enos like,
Who's got the authority to open that?
I mean, we all do, right? We're friends of Kai. I don't know about you, Weyland, but sure, I'll open the door.
is there
Appreciate
a
ya.
eye hole that you could look out of
There
first?
are-
Or,
there
like,
are
could we
windows
peek
on
out
either
the
side.
windows?
There's windows.
I'll look out a window. Like, what's over?
You see a large human-looking man that appears to have one arm wrapped around a lithe, dark-skinned, high-elven woman or person. And the person that seemed to knock on the door you can't see from this angle.
Wait, you said a large human man with one arm?
Correct.
The king.
Oh,
Cool.
I'm
But
still
but they're
in
not the
Tibet,
ones
so
who
I'm not
knocked
here.
the. Oh, okay. I think it's Bi-Vrel who knocked.
I'll open the door.
You open the door, you see Sabo's face. Wow, you're just as gracious as I remember. Are we allowed to come in?
Yeah, of course. It's a small place. We barely fit in here, but yeah, make yourselves comfortable.
They walk in. This is one of the weirdest experiences to see, because the king almost has Bi-Vrel in a headlock with his one arm, but in like a frat bro type way, where he just doesn't want to let go of Bi-Vrel.
I love the king, man.
And you can see like he's been crying for the last like hour or so. So you all were able to successfully bring them back.
Yeah, it seems. I don't. Kai's not really here. He's the one that did most of the work.
Sabo
I think-
looks around, looks at Eleonora, confused, looks at Weyland, even more confused. Huh.
I ain't even here.
It's good to see you again, Your Majesties.
Yes, it's good to see that you're still alive. Where's the nicest room?
Currently occupied by Giltesh making a spell.
Huh. Would they need help with that?
Oh,
They might. Oh, how
Think
much do you know
so.
about Tiamat?
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Just telling everybody. How much of a secret was that?
It's not a secret.
Okay.
Bomb was out. That bomb was already dropped.
Yeah,
so.
I don't keep that secret.
Okay, word.
I've studied a little bit. I have not had any personal dealings with the Dragon Queen. Huh.
I'm sure he would appreciate the help.
Oh, y'all are awesome.
Goes over to the room with Giltesh, knocks on the door. The king just there. I missed you so much. I was gone for less than 24 hours, King. I know.
Oh.
Damn, is
Right,
he having an affair?
No.
No way.
God, no.
No way.
Bi-Vrel is
No.
2 out of his league.
I was gonna say
There's
the
no-
way that those two danced in midnight. I know what I saw. I know what I saw.
I
Um,
pull on Enos's like sleeve or whatever, and I like Tiamat's a dragon?
I've had a dragon.
Kind of.
They
What?
they come in that size? What have I gotten into?
We've never actually
Boy, howdy.
seen her.
Boy,
But
that's
we
my
know a
lord.
little bit. We know a little bit.
He was ripped into 5 pieces by a strong archmage, and those 5 pieces were thrown across the globe in the shape of gems. And so far, apparently 2 of them have been broken now.
By us, both of them.
At least 2 of them.
Have you never heard the children's story?
Hey, no, I didn't have that kind of an upbringing.
Oh, I thought you were
This
gonna
is
say
all
my
news to
parents.
me.
I've
What?
opened the door at this point, just so we're aware.
Yeah.
And like, just so
Giltesh is like, who's shit talking my dear?
Excuse me, what
It's
the
my
actual
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, you see the queen in her very lovely dress that she's been wearing for like 3 weeks now.
Oh,
Do you need any
hello.
assistance with what you're working on?
DM, do I need any assistance?
She can definitely assist with giving you magical power.
Okay, yeah.
Like, because she's
Um,
helped with other people, just lending her magical essence to amplify how effects happen.
If you wish to assist, I'm not gonna stop you.
Between you and me, I need a break from the king.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanna-
Closes the door. I've been babysitting him for the last day. That's supposed to be Bi-Vrel's job.
Oh, well, isn't it? Okay.
He's very childish in nature. He tries to get along with everybody. It's very tiresome when you're one who cares more about education and being strict.
You seem like a very lovely bear.
Yes. Eh. At this point, we're 200 years in. Why stop now? Or I don't know. I'm at least 300 years old. I don't remember anymore.
I don't
The
know.
tea.
I don't know much about relationships in that way, but I feel like if it's more of just like I've come this far, maybe
It's
Just
just
doesn't seem
become our
as warrior.
lifestyle at this point.
okay. Hey, as long as you're happy, it's all that matters. No one's
The way
getting
our
hurt.
political standing worked, it was a very beneficial dichotomy between the two of us. He was friendly with everybody, getting them on our side, and I'm the one that actually talked to them business style.
I see. Oh, well, I'm kind of just, trying to make this a place of worship for Tiamat.
As
So,
I had just heard, very lovely.
yeah, trying to be able to come back here if need be in the coming days.
Well, if you need any of my magical prowess, I can definitely lend some in this room.
I don't see why that would hurt, so let's do it.
Amazing. Kai, how bright is your room normally?
I think when the quote unquote lights are turned on, Kai's room is kind of dark, but it has a lot of red low light in the room. And then when the lights are on, there's a lot of red and orange. Basically, as if you're inside a volcano.
Amazing.
Or a lava lamp.
Or a lava lamp, yeah.
Yep. All the light dims almost immediately as you start to hear almost shrieking come from different corners of the room. If this bothers you, then I can stop, but
No.
this is the quickest way to leak magical energy.
It seems interesting, so let's see what it is.
Back in the living room, Bi-Vrel in the headlock. I have no more spell slots left. I used them all on Misty Step, and he caught me every time.
Not that we're not happy to see you, but did something happen with the king that you guys are staying here now, or?
Well, I did say I was going to get them out of the Duke's Manor, just in case they did something similar to myself and were turned to a new room.
Yes.
I heard you made a very lovely wallpaper. I'm kidding, I don't say that.
The tea! First we have Giltesh saying, as long as you're happy, to the queen. And now we have that.
I think they would
Y'all
respect it if you did.
You tell
be
me
honest.
I haven't played in 2 months.
But I do have new robes now, so that's really nice. I feel more in my element than being naked with a cloak. That's for sure.
We're all just different levels of naked with a cloak when you think about it.
That's deep.
Technically, I'm always. I don't even wear a cloak. I just
First
got
merch
shorts.
order, diamond t-shirt, coffee mug.
There you go.
Follow us on Patreon.
Again, Enos, if you did not have clothing on right now, you'd be dead.
Do not follow Val's Twitter. That's the only. Everyone else,
forget.
good. Do not follow Val's Twitter.
We don't need to talk about it. I've changed it. It's completely rebranded. No, it has no ties to me anymore.
I still follow your private account.
I know you do. I know you do. It's not even private. It's public. But I've completely rebranded. There's no pictures of me on it. Only the people who followed me before know it's me. No one will be able to find it. Anyway,
The
moving
king
on.
just starts singing and having a grand old time in Kai's house as we go a few more layers up the hill back to Mildred's house. Going inside, very faint lighting, a beautiful kitchen in here, a lovely living room area as well, all connected. She doesn't seem to have a secondary guest room. She only has her main room, so she's able to expand the kitchen in the space that the guest room would have been in. So you still eating geodes in your bigger size?
Yeah, at this point, I'm still eating geodes, but also normal food is fine too.
Starts to head over, gets on one of the step stools she has, and opens up a cupboard that's just filled with rocks. Takes a little rock chisel, starts opening them. No. This one will do. And just kind of scuttles over to you as she's also putting a bunch of other stuff away. So, why have you come back?
I've came back because, some friends and we are gonna do some good for Teragorn. What's been going on with our newest guests, and from what I've seen, this is what she's doing is hurting people, and the man in power isn't doing anything about it. So me and my friends decided to put it in our own hands.
You have more friends. You're not talking about Dorthax and Jarvan and all of them?
Yeah, I actually made friends. And they treat me well most of the time, but that's how things are. And I've learned a lot about myself and about my friends and about everything. I don't know. I don't feel like the same person I used to be.
Your demeanor is definitely not the same.
No, but I've just learned how to hide it better and learned how to deal with my naivety, basically. Um, I had to fall on my face a lot to be who I am today. I just sometimes look back at the places that I've fallen and hate how I've crushed people along the way. Mildred, I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be.
No, I think I should. I didn't mean to hurt you. Made things weird. I was startled and I hurt you and I didn't apologize and I ran. If I stayed, I could have explained myself. If I stayed, I could have tried to make the situation better. But I left like a coward. So here I am, in front of you now. I don't want to be a coward anymore, and I want to take whatever you have on the chin.
Walks over to you, gives you a very beautiful open geode. Things are never going to be the same within this little family. But the fact that you had the strength to come back, did it take you a while? Absolutely. It was a very long time. We were only expecting you to be gone for a couple weeks, and now here it is months later. No word, no knowing how you were. Dorthax has been beating himself up about it for months. He never explained why. He never explained what happened. We knew you needed a break. That was apparent. Because it's not very often someone blows up on us like you did. In the quite literal sense.
Yeah. Did he eventually tell you?
Yes. But that's because he thought you were dead. Or that we were dead to you.
No. He wouldn't have known, but while I was gone, trying to make the world better, from time to time, because I recently gained this ability, then on both you and our family. I just didn't have I didn't have a way. If I could, I would have. And I hope you can believe me when I say that. If I could, I.
You sitting outside my house today shows that your words are true. You do mean good. But if you're gonna blow up again, make sure it's on the right people.
Mildred, the time that I've spent away, I've learned that the reason why I exploded is because of my own self-hatred. I look down at my new body and think about how I was before. Every day that I was with our family before I changed, I was in a constant state of disarray, crumbling at the seams. I wanted to. There was a time where I wanted to be human. There was a time where I wanted to be a dwarf like you. There was a time where I wanted to be normal. And then, after meeting a friend who reminded me a lot like you, to be complete. He shot a lot of arrows in the back of my head, but it was needed, emotionally and also physically. She told me that mentally I am the weakest link. But the thing about being weak is that once you're at the bottom, you can only go up. So I learned how to not hate myself, and I learned that just because I am Ignis's son doesn't mean to walk in his wake.
If only we could have taught you that. You wouldn't have had to leave. You wouldn't have had to be hurt. You could have stayed here. We could have all done. We could have all figured it out together.
Kind of. I see that she's more hurt by all of this. I didn't want to leave. I didn't. But I had to. I would not be the person I am if I didn't. And I would still be... I think the pain and the hurt gave me the experience to be better. I needed that. And I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for you and our family. You are our matriarch. Mildred, the only thing I want eventually, because I understand that I left wounds that take time to heal. One day when this is over, I just want to go outside and build and start working on airships with you again. And find a new normal.
Well, then I guess you better save this fucking city.
I'm working on it.
And she just
And
like jumps onto the couch you're sitting on and just gives you a big old hug.
I hold her tight. Streams of lava pool down my face. And I'm just holding her tight. Also, I met someone.
Someone important?
And someone very near and dear to me. And they're very precious to me. And I know they care a lot about me too. And all I want to do is keep them safe.
She pulls back a little bit, hits you in the chest, and that's something worth fighting for.
It is. It's always in the back of my head. And I've been very open and honest about my feelings. It's just I feel like they're walking in a direction where I can't follow them. And I want to be there and support them. I want to be there to save them, but if they don't want saving, I'm not going to hurt myself trying.
That is quite the conundrum. Following the path is probably going to be the only option we have, or at least you have. But every day is a reason to fight. So you don't have to look a month into the future if tomorrow matters most.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming back. The weight off the shoulders of Dorthax that you've just brought is it's uncountable. You would think he had the whole volcano on his shoulders.
Yeah, I visited him and he was elated.
Oh, I don't know how long you've been in the city, but have you seen the tunnel system?
Yes, I have. That's how I met. That's how I met everyone. I was coming back home, and we went down the tunnel system, and then Felix. And Javen. Ended up pulling a gun on one of my friends. It was very funny.
Yes.
It was. Yeah.
I haven't checked up to see how he's been doing with that.
He's very stressed. He's talking a lot more than usual, and I think it's getting to him.
Maybe I should take a trip down there, make sure they've eaten. I haven't been down there in a bit. Huh. Or maybe I'll try a new soup and see if they like that. Like she just kind of starts drifting off, thinking about other things.
Well, before I go, because I'm going to come back. I have to. This is very important for Teragorn, and I want to make sure people are safe, and I want this threat gone. After this is over, I'm gonna probably be visiting the fire plane.
Oh.
Here.
Are the rest of your friends like you?
No. So we're gonna figure out something, and that's also what I've been thinking about.
She goes over to her little kitchen area, just starts going through some of the drawers. I think I had something. Nope, over here. She goes to another drawer, pulls out the drawer, and you can hear that there's liquid in the drawer.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, in a wooden drawer, she has liquid.
The piss drawer. I already know. It's okay. Hey, I don't judge her. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. I guess it wouldn't be wooden, it'd be made of stone. Do you want to take a look at this, or you want me to just see what I can do for you?
How about both? I walk over into the drawer.
It is illuminating in almost like lava brightness.
Oh.
It seems to be this. It has a lava tone to it, but it almost moves like mercury.
Okay.
I got my hands on this not too terribly long ago, and I don't know what it does.
Okay.
So I could potentially do a little bit of work on it and see if I can find a way to make heat resistant something.
That would be great. Also, and I don't know if you would remember this or Dorthax would remember this or whatever. I know your brain is like a library, so there's a good chance. Do you remember where I fell through in Teragorn? Because if that
No.
rift is still there, that'd be great. But also, I understand that the likelihood of that is very slim.
The person that would have that information would probably be Lilith.
Ugh,
She
I
kind of kept
visited
the
her
rest of that
secrets.
very secretive under the Duke's importance and stuff like that.
Ugh, that Duke. I'm not a fan of him, and I used to be. It's very disappointing.
Yeah, so I think Lilith probably knows a little bit more than the rest of us do. Because we're a
Okay.
secret organization, but we're still pretty in the public's face a lot of the time, especially with the airship stuff.
Yeah.
So, how secretive are we really?
No, understood. All right. Well, if by the time we hit that venture and you get, I and everyone would really appreciate it. And also, I want you to meet Giltesh. I think you'd really like him. He's very interesting.
It's definitely a peculiar name. I can't put the phonetics of it to a generic species.
Dragonborn.
Oh. That's fascinating.
And that's what I meant by interesting.
Huh. Well, if they make you happy, I'll happily meet them.
They do. I just wish they would be a lot safer. Am I cool with taking this? Can I take this geo to go?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what the
Okay.
entire cupboard's for. It's for when you come over. I've been stockpiling.
I'm happy you remembered.
Now, it is about an hour and a half past my bedtime, so
Yeah, I'll get out of your hair. I start making my way back. Can I insight her as I leave?
sure.
Like overall tone from the beginning to now, like when I was talking to her. That's an insight of 19.
She seems sincere for basically everything.
Mm-hmm.
She thought you were dead. At least that's what she was told.
Yeah.
And all of that. Like, you could tell she was about to cry and then eventually did. So she had a
Yeah.
lot of pent-up emotion.
Yeah, I was ready for anything, and I would have just had to take it. So,
Yeah.
I'm outside her door, and I kind of just start making my way back to my place.
Yeah.
Because now that that's done, I feel like Kai lighter emotionally.
Yeah, you head back to your house. You see several people in your living room asleep, one of them being the king.
Okay. All right.
And
Is Bi-Vrel also knocked out or whatever?
this is the one time Bi-Vrel is not... Actually, Bi-Vrel would probably be the only one not asleep, but they're just like in the hallway between
Okay.
the two rooms. As Giltesh and Queen Calder are still in the main room.
I kind of step over everyone and I go to my bedroom. It's Kai. I'm letting you know before I hear or ruin or anything. If I step on any of anything as I push through the veil
Yeah.
to my room.
With your passive perception, as you get to the door, you can just hear the sounds of like ghostly screams coming from inside the room.
And you have the distinct smell of cinnamon from the incense that I'm burning. It's all that I had left.
Yeah, you
So-
hear almost like water drips as well going on in there. You open the room, you just see like several black holes in the ceiling that is dripping this nasty fluid. You can just hear from every corner of the room these just ghostly sounds from every direction. Sabo is just kind of just sitting there. Ah, welcome home.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Kai.
Hi. Can I help with any of what's going on? I had a very interesting night, and I
I was personally going to head to sleep relatively soon.
okay. If I can, Tesh, if you need help finishing up, I can do this before I go to bed.
It's more or less just kind of like getting rid of some clutter. Because like I imagine it's like the statue is kind of like placed somewhere specific, and this like shrine has kind of been constructed with like magical essence kind of in the air at the moment, just to kind of make it feel, to kind of give it that like divinity-esque power per se. But you know, it's you know just a little bit of like a clutter to pick up. I am
Yeah.
sorry about the smell, but that's all that I had. So
It's okay. I like the smell of cinnamon. It's fine.
okay, cool. And so just kind of clean up just a little bit, and then I'll head off to bed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. At a certain point, once the queen leaves, and it's just us two, just picking things up. Giltesh, are you okay? Genuinely. I care about you a lot. And I think I've made it abundantly clear. But I'll say it again. I care about you. So, are you okay?
I am okay. A lot has happened, obviously. And I know the day that we broke the gem still doesn't sit right with you. And just how things have played out since.
It doesn't, but if you say that you have it under control, then I trust you. And I think it's not fit to doubt you and doubt yours. I just don't want you to get pulled under by something bigger than you. That's
I
why
understand.
I'm so concerned.
I understand, but I mean, as of right now, it feels like this is I have like kind of like a little relationship with Tiamat. It's not, I'm like carrying out only her will. But I feel good as of right now. And if things start to get out of control, then I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
So, have a good night, Kai.
Good night.
I'll plap out of the room.
I give you a kiss on the cheek and walk out.
Walk out of your room?
Yep, I'm gonna cook
I was
food
gonna
on top of
say.
the roof, and yeah, I'll just can't be here right now after I kiss you on the cheek. It's just Kai goes to the top of the house, and just first time in forever, in a while, just the molten rock just kind of spins into a on top of the roof, and just he leaves you in his room.
Amazing.
Like my tail
If
does a
you go
little-
to the
little
roof,
twitch.
you see Weyland sleeping up there.
Yeah, so Weyland, you would just toss and turn, and you would just hear a loud like lava pool just like a dark guttural noise as you
Wait.
just see a cocoon.
What's that picture of the guy with like the bright light in his face? He's like, I was like,
Yeah.
So the only people awake within Kai's house would be Sabo Calder and Bi-Vrel. As the long rest goes on, Queen Calder and Bi-Vrel being the only ones awake, as the king, who should be awake right now, being a vampire, is asleep because of the emotional drain he's had through the last 24 hours.
okay.
I need everyone but Val to take off their headphones.
Ooh.
Oh, everyone but Val?
I'm so scared.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Shit, where's the death?
In the middle of the night, you start to have a dream, Enos. Dream of being back in the jungle. Good old Dothic jungle, close to home. You feel younger. Remembering the days where you would go out hunting with some of the Stormmain tribe. You can see the distant shapes of them to either side of you, but you can't really make out any of their features. You see this beast in front of you. A bear of some kind. Can't tell what kind of bear. It's dark out. You have a bow. You don't usually wear a bow. Go. You sneak up on it, crunching the leaves around you. Is there anything you want to do?
Do I have a clean shot?
For the most part, there might be in like 10 seconds, if you don't take a shot now, he might go behind a tree.
Okay. And you said I'm hunting with the other Stormmains. I'm assuming this is some kind of like tactic. If like as soon as I shoot, the others will shoot or something.
That'd be your best guess. You've done this before.
Okay. If I have a clean shot, I guess I'll take a shot.
All right. You pull back this long bow. You can hear the sound of an arrow being notched in another longbow not too far away. 2 arrows being notched into crossbows of some kind. You release. But your vision follows the arrow. You see it spiral, and it hits. And you feel this you feel a sharp point hit right in between your shoulder blades. Going straight down your spine. As you get hit by 3 shots. You feel completely immobilized. The forest leaves. Your head goes down from pain. You see beautiful stonework floor beneath you. Never seen it before. And you hear a voice. Ah, well. Good to see you back, bud. Long time no hear.
Do I recognize this voice?
It's the same voice of a specific mask that you've had once before.
Right.
You can't, your body, you can't move at the moment. Your head's just staying down.
Okay. Can I speak?
Yeah.
So, haven't heard from you in a while.
Yes, it's been quite boring checking up on you. Nothing of real interest. Taking out the white gem, that was quite interesting. I lost contact with you for a little bit. And not too long before that, a different thing was trying to stop my contact. You just keep getting your hands in a bunch of different cookie jars, my friend. You'd hear the footsteps getting closer. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe.
A lot of things like to be in my head. A lot of things that I don't like there to be there. You included.
Oh, I'm not in your head, my friend. I'm in your heart. Remember where you put the mask.
Wherever you may be. What do you want?
A little birdie has recently informed me of some feathered friends nearby. And I just wanted to check in and make sure that was true.
Our deal still stands.
That it does, that it does. But what would stop me from just taking that all away right now?
Take what away?
You. I'll just get rid of you. Seeing as you're so easy to manipulate, what use are you to me? I'm attached to
If
your
that's what you
heart.
think. If that's what you think. You want to get rid of me? Fine. You'll find I'm probably a little harder to get rid of.
But if your heart stops, there seems to be this little issue with humans, now isn't it?
Maybe.
Yes, you have powerful friends, blah 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 blah. But so do I. I can make sure this is a one and done, per se. You feel a hand wrap around the back of your head at this point.
What do you want?
I want to take out the trash. You useless bastard. Starts pulling your head up. You see the beautiful tuxedo that this man is wearing. The pure white mask with 2 oval eye holes in it. And it could be done so quickly.
Go ahead. Take the mask away. Take the only thing that's tying me to you.
See what you've
The only
done.
thing you're using to keep watch on me. Because if you do, there's nothing stopping me from finding you.
I feel like
Even
this
if
is
you
the only thing that would get you to find me.
But you have control, right? I told
I
you.
do.
You leave my friends out of it, and I'll do what you want.
Yes, the issue is here, little Enos. You keep going to these higher beings than myself. It's quite rude. I thought we had a nice deal. But now you keep asking others for assistance, trying to suckle on the teat of these gods. And where does that get you? That gets you in my hands right now.
It's not like you're offering much help to begin with. I'm dealing with things bigger than you, if you hadn't noticed.
Oh, I have. And to know that you're in Teragorn right now is a very interesting prospect. Maybe I'll send a few friends up there. Not too far away, in the first place. You start to feel the hand on the back of your head loosen. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. And you hear a snapping sound of his wrist. Huh. Yet again, I seem to underestimate you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yes, I will.
DC 26.
Okay. Hate to hear it. I rolled an 18 on the dice, which makes it a 26 exactly. I can show you.
No, it's fine. I believe you.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
You hear the hand get ripped back as you're starting to gain control of yourself in this sequence, and you see the visage start to disappear as you come to, and Bi-Vrel has a giant dagger going straight through your heart.
I am so fucking scared right now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Congratulations or I'm sorry. I don't know.
I think Ian's the only one
Uh,
missing. Oh no, Ian's here. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to think. What Lord of the Rings taught me is you wouldn't be making a sound in this situation. So,
Oh,
just for
boy.
everyone else to get it caught up, Bi-Vrel is now standing over Enos with a dagger going through his heart.
That's probably not.
No one's awake.
Are we awake?
No one else is awake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we wouldn't know.
So wait, we're not awake either?
No. Enos, you
Middle of the
open your
night.
eyes and you see the dagger in you, and you see Bi-Vrel with the dagger in hand, and you see Sabo Calder right behind her. It seems as though someone was having a bad dream. Yes, and I found and pinpointed the exact thing. I just missed the artery that would kill him instantly. Pulls the dagger out of you, Enos, and you are bleeding profusely in this moment, but this very mundane dagger has a very marbly white sheen on it that is very similar to the way the masks look. Very porcelain white. As they pull the dagger out of you. Now, if I had any spell slots left, I'd be able to assist you with you bleeding out. So you're just going to have to wait a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally laying right there.
Wake someone up, please.
You are
I don't
barely
know, like,
functioning.
what is going on?
You're just laying there.
To be honest, Lenore is probably literally laying right next to him. Not maybe not snuggling per se, but their probably sleeping bags are probably they've barely talked since the first night, but they're like, I'm just gonna stand right here, I guess.
Don't you have the ring that whatever? Like the ring or some shit?
That's an
I
active
have to cast a
spell.
spell for that.
We have. Look, if I die, we do have 3 uses of Death Ward. This is one of them. I'll be fine.
That means the demon's gonna come and fucking kill my brother.
No, the demon and I are friends. I know the demon's name. I'm not going to say it, but I'll be
Know the
fine.
demon's name.
I'm just kind of trying to not bleed out. Just did you get it out?
I believe so. But we're going to have a talk about this later. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be a week from now. But if we don't have a discussion about whatever this was, we're gonna have some issues.
We might need to discuss it sooner than you think.
And
They
they
have
just pocket the dagger and then pull out a sewing kit and start sewing your chest up.
Okay. He has people nearby. And I think you and I might have just angered him. Not that we don't have enough to deal with already.
Yes, it seems as though you all just make friends with all the loveliest people.
Look, I had no choice.
And I absolutely believe that. Nothing goes into someone's heart more than a broken contract and a bad deal. I just relieved you of that deal. And this might be our one chance to figure out what's actually going on here.
What do you mean?
Pulls out the dagger again with still that porcelain covering of the blade. This will tell me a lot. Just not today.
You're very connected in the kingdom, I mean. Have you ever heard of the Order of Odium?
Sabo Calder immediately covers your face with her hand.
Oh.
And you think we wouldn't have gotten this far without hearing about this? Yes, we've heard about it. Andrea Ilvalon has had many run-ins with them. She works directly under General Masterflower, so yes, we know about them. But we can't do anything about it. They have this special little hold over people that we can't even have. You could call it brainwashing, for all I care.
I think it has something to do with the mask. People choose to put it on most of the time. It's either they choose or they're... what's the word I'm looking for? Made to? Convinced to? One way or another. Whether you do it by choice or you do it because you have no choice. The mask is basically their means of control, from what I understand, and it's very hard to take off. I had another friend who, when they took it off, it ripped most of their skin off. Wasn't great. But
they are
kinda
very
how...
magical. That is what we've learned about whoever this is, whatever this organization is. They are very magical. And being a magical practitioner, that's scary.
He knows where we are, and he might... He said he has people nearby. We need to... I think we need to warn the others. We need to wake everybody up.
There's no shot that they're gonna get past us, at least, if you need to keep sleeping.
Yeah, I don't... Believe it or not, you don't feel so great after a dagger to the heart. I do appreciate you aiming very well, by the way.
Yes, I've only been back for 8 hours, but I've gotten most of my mobility back. So it's been a long day, we'll say.
That's the understatement of the year. We can discuss it in the morning.
Yes,
I think.
you get back to sleep or I'll force you back to sleep.
You don't have to tell me twice.
We'll stay watch with what we have left.
Thank you.
Alright, now I need everyone... No.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
Yes. The rest of the night is very uneventful. And you all are able to wake up in the morning.
Is Enos covered in blood?
I was
Absolutely.
gonna say, you know what I'm thinking of? And I don't know what happened, but this is just my brain thinking. Enos probably was tweaking in his sleep. You probably got choked out, and someone had to intervene and be like, bitch, it like started comboing him because he was probably gonna choke the shit out of him.
Comboing is crazy.
Right before Monty told us to put the headphones back on, I could see on his lips something dagger in the heart, and I thought it was gonna be me waking up with the dagger in the heart. And I was like, oh shit.
No,
Oh, shit.
Enos 100% got comboed because he was trying to kill you. That's my guess. That's the Brian prediction.
Do you, I was gonna say, I'll gladly take a debuff for that if you want to give you exhaustion or anything.
Negative 20 health.
Honestly, valid. That's valid.
So definitely freaking the fuck out when I wake up and see Enos covered in blood.
Yeah. A lot of the floor is also in blood.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's probably like also kind of like on my sleeping bag as well.
I uncocoon and come downstairs to greet everyone. Hello,
You just heard
everyone. I'm just like,
scream.
good morning, What? Huh? What is? Whoa!
Yeah, Bi-Vrel just has their fingers in their ears as you guys are starting to stir awake. It's like 3, 2,
Holy canon
1.
that I woke up first and thought he was dead.
That is a lot of blood.
Enos.
Ow. Did you not? I'm fine. Just don't yell in my ear. I'm not feeling great.
You're covered in blood. Are
Does
you
anyone know
okay?
what happened?
Bi-Vrel staying silent.
Uh, okay.
At this point, the king
Well, you-
also would have been moved into the guest bedroom, and the queen is in there as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I'm a threat.
That's not true.
Damn, shut up.
You say I'm
Do
dead?
Okay.
Do you need any healing?
No, I'm okay. I slept through the worst of it, I think.
Is
Can I
this
cast
like-
mending on the scar to like seal it up?
Do we see the scar?
You can see that it has been recently stitched. Yes.
Would mending seal the wound?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
It just says like nothing more than like I think it says like a foot.
I'm just wondering how that works on human flesh.
That's what I
Can
was
I
thinking.
just?
It just
Can I just
says
really-
you.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I say you repair a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage.
Is a laceration the same as a break?
I don't think a person is an
It's
object.
not an
Yeah,
object.
Bi-Vrel can
Yeah,
make him an object again if you want me to.
People don't count as objects, I think, in like the cadence of that spell.
Yeah.
I'll like
Specifically, in
try to do mending, see that it doesn't work, and just kind of like step over them and
Yeah.
go into the kitchen.
If anything, what you do is you magically imbue the stitches to hold on tighter. To
Okay.
make sure
So-
that it stays.
Once Giltesh tries and fails to do mending, I'm just gonna gently reach over and like, figuring out that that's where the wound is, just very lightly touch over where his heart is, and I'll cast. Oh god! I'll just do like 10 points of lay on hands just to. So my hand just glows a little bit, my eyes kind of glow a little bit, just like, and like kind of like really lightly brush my fingers against your like skin as I like heal it, and like obviously freaked out and really worried.
Well, do you all have any plans for the day or anything like that that I should let the queen and king be aware of if you want to be around or not?
No one answered why Enos is covered in blood.
I believe that should be a priority. Why are you covered in blood, buddy?
I don't know if we have any plans. We'll get to that later. Okay, so long story short, I had a dream. Dude in the mask talked to me. Still don't know his name. He was going to try and kill me, I think was the gist of it. Didn't like, not having control over me fully. But, whatever. It was a disagreement. He did mention that there are people from the Order around, and he might send them our way. Probably will, not might, probably will, especially after what happened last night. And in the middle of my dream, Bi-Vrel got rid of the mask.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was the work of me and the queen.
That's good. I mean, I'm sorry you were mutilated all over my floor, but that's good that that's gone.
Yeah, the details of
Right?
how the mask is gone is we can skip over that. It's fine, but I'm fine. The mask is gone, and can no longer be controlled by the Order. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay, that's
And we also
That
cannot be
is-
tracked by them because he kind of knew exactly where we were because of the mask. So
You were getting tracked.
yeah.
so something's not lining up. So they're sending people to us, meaning they know where we are. You said we can't be tracked.
Exactly. Well, they know where we were. As of
Okay,
yesterday.
okay. No, I understand now.
So, but now that the mask is gone from me, we can't be tracked anymore moving forward. But
Okay,
um,
but people are
yeah.
here.
There probably will be at some point.
Great.
Which
Everyone, I was
is
gonna say,
frightening.
yeah.
Everyone, especially you, Eleanor, keep a sharp eye. Don't go anywhere by yourself, please.
I can't go anywhere. I could barely hide before now. There's no way I can. If there's people here, they're gonna find us. I'll stay here.
I think we just stick together the entire time, and I still have the. Here, you can have it. It's probably better on you, and I'll give her the hat of disguise. At least when we're out in public, maybe you can just hide the wings. I don't know. Aside from that, I just don't know what'll happen if we get into a fight in the streets with these people. Considering there is a literal demigod child jumping around these streets at all times. So I'm not sure what'll happen.
Well, thank
I
you
don't know
for
if
the
it's best for us
compliment,
to
but I'm not a
leave.
demigod.
And you're also
Weyland,
not a
it's not
child, I'm pretty sure.
I'm of small stature.
Yeah. I'm talking about the actual child with magical powers out there.
Okay, so with all of that said, I think we can still go along with this plan, but I think with what we've just learned, nighttime is 100% our best bet now. Because now being
Yes,
out
the
in
city
open-
looks so beautiful at night. Isn't that right? Official in the room with us. Government official
Yeah,
in the room.
it looks.
I am part of no government, but sure. I just work alongside the king and queen. I don't care what you all do.
Yeah, I thought we already told them what we're doing.
Yes, we're all in the
I
same
don't-
boat here.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I don't mind.
At least
Hey,
we're not on that
Bi-Vrel,
boat
we're-
anymore. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Bi-Vrel, I'm letting you know. We're going to we're going to do a heist. I'm letting you know that, and
Cool.
I'm saying this. Okay, cool. Weyland, what are you being weird for? It's
The whole operation here, got very, I got my mask, I got my goggles, I work at night, I work alone.
I don't have my mask
I
anymore.
got
yeah. But let's be so honest. If they wanted to kill us, they could have long time.
oh gosh.
They came into my house and was very humble and cordial, whatever. They could have been outside of my house and blew us up.
Also, they were killed by the Duke, technically, so I don't think they care one way or the other if we, rob from
Yeah, I
them.
wasn't saying specifically Bi-Vrel, but I know Bi-Vrel could. We all felt the magic in the room. I'm talking about the king, literally, like, secrets like this least of their concerns. Am I right?
I do not care. My job is to keep the king and queen safe for as long as I have to babysit them.
Exactly. So now that it's out there, nighttime, 100%. I think going out during the day, Eleanor, at least for you, I don't think would be ideal. That would be too many eyes on you.
Did you get any information about where their forces were going to be coming from?
Yeah.
No. He just said that they were around. They were close. I don't think they were in the city yet, so maybe we could watch the
What
doors.
he kind of said, to kind of give you a little bit more context, is they're definitely on the continent, but they're not in the city.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I. Okay, it's kind of what the vibe I got. So he said he has friends nearby. Wait, he said he's nearby, right?
No,
Or just people. He has
he
people
has
nearby.
people nearby.
Because I thought I heard him at one point, like, I'm nearby. No, he said people. Okay. Yeah, he has people nearby in the order, and not great. I don't know what the plan is.
If this is now like in the equation, why does it matter if we go during the day or night still? they know where they are. They can see Eleanor no matter what. If
Well,
we go during the day, there's more people, and they might be less likely to attack.
I don't think they can see Eleanor no matter what, because if she has the hat of disguise, it makes it at least harder to see her.
I feel like
we
an
go
organization dedicated to hunting angelic beings would
Has
not be
some
Winter-
fooled by a basic disguise self hat.
Winter could tell when I used radiant magic. So
Exactly.
it's not even that I am in disguise. I can't use any of my magic. I can't heal any of you. I can't support you. I can't do anything.
Sure you can. We've dealt with them
No.
before.
You don't understand, Giltesh.
I think y'all dealt with them before. I don't think I was there.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say something too, and I was like, "Oh, never mind."
Oh, I take that back.
Last
I
time
think
we
it'd be
dealt
that
with
tough.
him,
You
they
were.
killed me and tried to take my body so they couldn't resurrect me or revivify me.
No, Giltesh was there already, right? Because
No, I'm
that's
pretty
when I
sure it was
left.
Raskus.
That was all.
No, 'cause-
Raskus.
That was when I left.
What
That's
have
when I played
gotten
as
into?
George.
Oh no! That was
Yeah,
Giltesh.
you had
with the-
Sartine with
the-
you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
We've dealt with these people
Wizard,
before.
wizard.
Yeah, fuck those
Yeah,
guys.
you like the big lizard man.
Well, see,
Um,
all I'm saying is that was whenever we were out in the middle of the woods. Now we're in a, during this heist, if they attack then, we're in a crowd of people in a building.
Yeah.
You think they
I
care?
think
A secretive
don't-
organization. Like you've
Yeah.
heard that they're in Coalfield. Like this is information you've had before.
Yeah.
You don't see many people getting attacked at broad daylight by them.
I think it's better to go during the day than at night when we're by ourselves and can be just swept away.
yeah, because then what if we get attacked from both ends by the Cortazos and by them? My other idea would be to take them out before they even reach the city. If we have a couple days before this artifact even gets to the museum, I mean, it just kind of would make sense. We don't know how many days we have to wait for this artifact. And
But also, we don't know
I think we
where-
do actually.
So the artifact might be in the museum right now. We're not sure,
Oh.
but this event gala ideally that they're having is only going to last for a few days.
Okay, then.
And when is that gala? Like
It is like-
tomorrow?
It's like an art show. I think it's like a day long festival type of deal.
It's
like
either
a
going
art
to be
show.
today or tomorrow.
It's either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind. I misunderstood.
So we need to go either today or tomorrow.
Okay,
Do-
then let's.
Well,
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
If
when this
we do
event
this-
happens. That's when there'll probably be the most amount of patrons within the museum.
Okay.
are we trying to make the biggest splash possible?
Okay, well, to do this spell, to do this total recall, word of recall correctly, I have to cast it in the sanctuary unless I was able to do that yesterday.
If you had
If
the spell
not-
slot for it, yeah, I would allow it.
I didn't have the spell yesterday, so I couldn't have done it. So if we're not going to do that, then I'll just use that 6th level spell slot. This is as Ian, not as Giltesh.
Yeah.
For a different spell, because I have my spells prepared.
Okay.
So if we want to go today before the Odium Mass Order of Odium gets here, then
I think the earlier the better. I'm kind of now feeling team day.
Because like
Yeah.
you would also
Okay,
just
know,
do it now.
Weyland and Kai, there's only one way to get to this city, and that is to climb like 3 days up a mountain.
Yeah.
It is
We could
not an
rest
easy
every-
task up this
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah.
Can
So,
these
I say
cats like
we probably have a
fly?
couple days.
Assuming they don't have circles of teleportation.
Well, we've never seen them fly, but we don't. We've only really ran into them once before.
they fly
That's gonna-
now.
It's gonna be pretty hard.
Because like you've
They
also
fly
heard,
out.
you've heard about Mazine Silvalor, the princess of the Silvalor families in this city. If they had magic teleportation circles, she probably wouldn't be here right now.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And she's part of one of the most powerful families in the world right now.
So I say we go now, so we don't have
Yeah.
to work. So
Yeah, and you can also
Eleanor
get
doesn't have to
information.
worry
Like you
about
can
using
go to the
magic.
front desk of the museum and be like, "Hey, any events going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm with you on that point.
Okay,
We should go
we'll do
now.
that.
And if we can't get the thing during the day, then we have to. If we have to come back during the night, then so be it.
Yeah,
But
let's circle back if we
we'll
can't do it right
definitely
now.
try. Yeah, we'll try. I think what I'm thinking is if you want to go as Ember, we can go in, or maybe we should go in groups, right? So it doesn't look like we're all together. As long as we're in the same general area where we can still see and talk to each other, but maybe we should go in groups. So it's not one big group, you know. If one of us gets kicked out for whatever reason, some of us still have a chance to do something.
Yeah. Okay.
And hypothetically, couldn't you... You said you could turn Ember into a spider at one point. I remember this from at least a week or so ago.
Either
Would you be able to keep him in there, potentially?
for an hour?
But what if, like, you have the blueprints? What if you just make him go through a wall or something?
Yeah, I guess that is feasible.
Try and get this fire dog into a place of hiding to potentially be ears within the building.
Yeah, that works for me. I just know there's a certain range that I wouldn't be able to look out of his eyes anymore, but he would still be able to finish a task.
And he's
If I
a very
did
smart
something.
dog. I've seen him do plenty of things.
I kind of just go up to Ember and be like, "This is important," and I give him all the like scratches in his face.
I could probably carry Ember inside on me if that's what you want.
I could definitely get inside and blend in.
Sure. I still need to go with.
Yeah,
But-
you can be in the area, but whoever, if you want to stay outside, you know, one of us can take Ember in, or however you want to do that. Right. So disguises. Can your disguise kit, is that enough for everyone, or?
Oh, for sure. Here.
Is there? What's the reason
go-
we're disguising ourselves again?
in
It's a
case we
formal
get
event.
caught.
Because
In
you
case
are
we
the
get
caught.
most
Also,
notable
I-
people in this entire city.
Yeah.
So, here, line up. Who's first?
It's just in case we get
Me
caught,
and-
so we don't have to deal with, you know, the Crown's Guard, because we don't want to have to run away from the city, which is because it's important to Kai.
Well,
Me, I guess.
okay. I'm gonna be so serious right now. I'm a lizard person. He's a fire rock person. Enos, you're about 8 feet tall, and Eleonora
Okay.
has 6 angelic wings. What's this
Let
guy's
me,
gonna do?
Let me do my role, okay, buddy boy?
Okay, go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Is this gonna be-
Eleanor now has the hat
Make
of
my
disguise,
lizard-
so...
Make my
Is-
lizard face with feathers look like a human.
Is disguise
But there's
kit?
another dragonborn with you, so I guess I don't
Is
know. You're less suspicious than me.
Is disguise kit a charisma or a dexterity roll?
It'd be a dexterity.
All right, sit down. I have proficiency in
Enos-
this.
Any height of a normal human being.
Watch this, Buster.
I'm gonna give you guidance right now.
That's a
Bane.
natural one.
Why would you do that?
That's a natural
Oh.
one. It has to be. What is it?
I just...
It's a nat one. It's a nat. It's obviously a nat
I wanted to
one.
hear you say it. I wanted to hear you say it.
Oh my god. I can't do shit.
Like, we're so worried about like being like unrecognizable, but no matter what we do, we're gonna be recognized.
All right, do we want to just get up there and say, everybody put your hands in the air, this is a robbery? At this point, it might be the simplest way.
Weyland just painted a flower on Giltesh's snout.
I
Like
I
the
looked and saw
carnival
that it
gang?
didn't have any, I didn't have any, what's it called, Mission Impossible latex masks.
Oh, that might have worked.
A nat
Like
one
a stretched
sucks.
Tom
At
Cruise
most,
face.
I could
over
use my
snout.
lucky feet, but that feels disingenuous. So yeah.
You just watch Bi-Vrel almost watching in horror as you are doing whatever you're doing.
I'm not applying any makeup. I'm just looking for it and realizing I don't have anything. So I
Open a disguise kit and it's empty. Like, oh well, grab the
Man.
wrong one.
So you are the one that helped me come back, correct, Mr.
O'Shea.
Thank
Weyland.
you.
Weyland got me the supplies. Yes.
Great. Huh. Because whatever you're trying to do doesn't really make any sense. Seeing
Look,
as...
I thought I had some in the bag.
We still might have a potential here. The queen did go to sleep 4 hours ago, so she should be waking up relatively soon. And she should have the seeming spell. If none of you all have that capability.
That would work.
Yes, that would be
But
your
makeup
best
would
option.
not, respectfully.
I thought I had a latex mask in here.
I don't
Well, I have
druids
I have a
have
different
anything
kind,
like
but we
that.
can't use that one.
Because the only way I can think of to make Enos shorter would be to amputate from the knee down. I don't think he'd want that.
That'd be awesome.
Well,
I
it's
could
not-
do it right now.
Enos
Okay,
is
I've
not like a
already-
well-known figure within the city, though. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
But he's
just a
tall.
guy.
But he stands
There's tall
2 feet
people.
above the average citizen. Actually, no, about 4 feet because they're all
Yeah, they're
having their
dwarves.
dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to spot you guys from this in this city, to be honest.
Yeah.
Dad was tall.
My point exactly.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let
So
me check on the
seeming
queen.
spell. Yes.
yeah.
Goes into the room. You hear the creaking of the bed of people moving, since the king is a very big figure. He comes out, hair all disheveled. You guys are gonna do a heist?
This feels
Yeah.
wrong.
You want to come with?
No. I can't go outside right now.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
we are doing a heist.
That would hurt a lot if I went outside right now. But
Yeah,
I may be interested in seeing the museum later today, depending on what ratings you give it when you come back, of course.
Hmm.
The queen comes out in just a towel, waves her hand around, and you all turn into mundane-looking people.
Let's go.
Enos is turned into an elf. Kai is turned
Okay.
into a half-orc. Giltesh is... God, there's like nothing else. Turned into a human, I guess, to be close to in height. Weyland's turned into a dwarf, and Eleonora's turned into... no, that wouldn't really be Aarakocra, just another elf. As she's like really trying to stay modest. It's like, anything else that you need from us?
No,
I don't
that's-
think so.
Thank you so much.
You
appreciate
have
it.
you have
Thank you.
8 hours before that wears off. If you need it again, I can potentially do it once more if you don't need other assistance the rest of the day.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I
And
think we're gonna have to.
goes back into her room.
If we, I was gonna say if we can voluntarily drop it, or would we need her to do it?
She would have to do it.
Damn.
All right.
Fine by me.
We're
Wait,
stuck like
so
this
what
for 8
is
hours.
everyone? I just want to write it down for shits and giggles so I remember. So Enos and I are elves.
Elves. Yeah.
Giltesh
Human.
Is
is a
human.
human. Kai
Half-
half orc.
Yes.
Half orc. Yep.
And then Weyland's a
Weyland is
dwarf.
dwarf.
A dwarf and not happy about it.
Damn, that's a statement.
I'm already a halfling. All right, so we got 8 hours. Are we gonna just go in there and who's got the loudest thing and just tell them to stick them up? It's a robbery. Or are we
No,
just
is that-
or are we gonna try to like still use some air of subtlety?
Yeah, we're still gonna try
We're
to be
going in
subtle.
subtle.
Yeah,
I
thought
think
that's
we're
what the
just
disguises were for.
Scoping it out right now.
God. We're just going to look and then
Yeah.
maybe going ahead and doing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna scope the place out, and if it seems feasible, we'll do it right then and there.
Yeah.
We have absolutely no plan, but here we're going with it.
It's a loose plan.
It's a very loose plan.
So depending on
Oh.
when all you come back, I will most likely be asleep, as I need to sleep sometime relatively soon.
Mhm.
So when you come back, just be cautious and know that it's only the king and queen awake.
Okay.
If you see a
Right.
hat on any door handle, don't
We
ask.
understand. Yeah.
You, who just said that?
Any door handle.
This
They
house has
put
been
it on the
completely
door,
hijacked.
on the house. They put it on the outside door of the house.
If they put it on the outside of the house, it'd most likely fly away, and they're not that silly.
Oh my god. Why is that hat on Mildred's house? No.
Oh no!
Oh,
But to move
fuck.
past this sequence that I just made, You all eat at some point, probably before all of that, and head up
Finish
to
my
the Steel
deal.
Patch District. Going, weaving across the streets, you can see all the dwarves, halflings, elves, humans, kind of gallivanting around. A lot of them are going early into work, or have started working, so the district is very loud by now. Hello, music change. There we go. As you can hear all the different like factories, blacksmith shops getting to work. You just keep on going up and up and up until you get about halfway into the Steel Patch District. And the thing that you notice first that kind of catches your eye is that the cliff face that is like the face of the building has all these engravings and large like engraved statues almost of powerful figures, dwarves, humans, elves, and some other creatures that don't really look familiar to you all. There is a set of windows that is right before these large statues as you're going up this hill. They're completely frosted over, but have this beautiful detail work that goes through them that almost look runic in nature. Getting a gauge of the doors of this building and the buildings over, you guess this building's about 120 feet wide. But you do see the door ahead of you. And it's made for people of all sizes, for the tall folk. Beautiful wooden door, has wood carved engravings on it. Yeah, you can see multiple different languages on it, and above the door says Museum of Freelance Magic. And entering in.
Oh,
Ooh.
how wonderful.
Oh, heavens to tell for us.
Why is it dark?
I realize I'm not on the player version of Roll20. Let me fix that real quick. But you see the front desk. You see a dwarven man sitting there. Eleanor, do you have vision? I would think so, right? Or can you not see anything?
I can just see what's straight ahead of me.
Perfect. Because it is a really small opening,
Oh, okay.
main entrance to this building. You see a dwarven figure there. Well, hello and welcome to the Museum of Freelance Magic. I am Bellman, and would you like to have a look through of the museum?
Yes, we would love that. Bellman, did you say your name was?
Yes, Bellman.
It would be. We would love that. Thank you.
It's a shame you're coming in today, because tomorrow we're getting a new item that's quite interesting.
Well, that just means we might have to show up twice then now, doesn't it?
Yes. The fee to get in is going to be 20 gold pieces.
Do I have 20 gold
Per
pieces
person,
in
of course.
general? Oh,
Weyland, we got you if you don't have it.
I have it, yeah.
Okay.
I chalk up my 20 gold.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Same.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was gonna be. God, this really is we're funding a fucking mafia right now. This is going straight into like the murder of children.
Thank you so much for saying that out loud.
You can't tell the difference between my normal, regular, high-pitched voice and my character's high-pitched voice. How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
But I appreciate the donation to the Museum of Freelance Magic. We do have many beautiful pieces that you all will be seeing today. It is...
Donation.
Yes.
I thought it was a fee.
Yes.
It's a forced
Both?
donation.
Correct.
That's not donation now, is it?
It's like at church when they like you're supposed to put the money in, but then you don't. But then you feel really awkward because you don't put the money in, and so you put the money in.
So you don't feel bad, so you take the money out. So when it gets
Yeah.
to the next person,
Oh.
like no one's doing it, so they feel comfortable.
But if you'd like to follow me, I will be the guide, and I will be giving you the information about all of our little trinkets that are in the main rooms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He heads on over, opens up a little gateway that just goes up and brings you on over to the first room. And I have to have 2 Roll20s open, because of course I do.
Why would I?
Yeah, I'm so used to this by now. But yeah. So the next room opens up fairly wide. And you can see there are 3 display cases and 1 very long table that goes throughout the middle. Let's see here. Along the table is a scroll that's about 20 feet long and is covered by a glass container. On the... Oof, I have so much balancing things I have to do here. There we go. On the main table, you see this very long scroll. Up here, the top left container, which is next to one of these dwarven guards. He doesn't really seem to have armor or anything on. He has a sword sheath and everything like that. That container up there has a wishbone of some kind. In the top right, the case is a little bit bigger, and it has this beautiful breastplate armor. And it almost seems to have the iconography of a dragon coming out of the pectorals. And then this little container over here on the right, you see a bottle that seems to be filled with smoke. So, which of these items do you all seem to be interested in learning about first?
Tell me of the scroll.
I do declare.
Lord, what do you want from me?
Just caught me off guard, that's all.
Well, the Scroll of Everlasting Spirit. This was found on the eastern side of Teragorn. It was a part of one of the battles of the 40-year war. You following me? Because this is where it gets real interesting.
Oh boy.
When a dwarf had died in this battle, per se, one of the generals, who was very good with magic, imbued their names onto this scroll.
Can I
Oh,
interrupt?
okay.
Okay.
Wow. I bought the
Can I
whole
enter-
seat and I only
Can
used
I
the
interrupt
edge.
him?
That's crazy. Blew me away.
I want to interrupt him, and I'm gonna ask in primordial.
He was done
Do
talking.
you speak primordial?
Do you have some rocks in your mouth, boy?
I'm gonna turn to Kai.
It's Sean Connery.
He doesn't speak primordial. Pretend you're my translator or something, so we can just talk, because I don't know what we're doing.
Why are we talking in primordial?
Oh shit! You speak primordial?
I do indeed.
Oh
I
fuck!
only speak
Okay.
short people languages.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. One of you pretend to be my translator or something. Tell him I can't speak common, so we can just talk. Because this is, I don't understand any of this, and let's see what we can do.
What our friend here is saying, that he doesn't speak a language that we all understand. I believe it's known as common, but I'm serving as his translator. So,
Would you like me to speak Elven? Would that be of assistance to you?
No, because that way it would just take more of your time. I can just translate as you're speaking.
Can I look
Perfect.
around and
Because
see
we don't
if
speak Elfin.
if anyone heard Enos pulling off this trick to be like, like just someone
like-
hunched over who knows Primordial is just like,
Yeah.
I feel like
You are
Primordial is
the
such a rare
only
language,
people in this
so then
building
we-
besides the guards right now.
okay,
cool.
okay.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, my Roll20 map is just completely black except for like a little circle around where my all of our
Yeah.
characters
Yeah,
are. Is that
I
what
guess
it's supposed to look
it's
like?
set to be nighttime, I guess, would be the reason for that.
That
I
makes
can
sense.
see.
You
I
have
can
dark
see.
vision.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
That's my bad.
Hey.
I think you're the only two that can't see.
Okay, I can see now.
Amazing.
Oh my god, you immediately run off.
Immediately runs away from the tour guide,
I'm just like getting a lay of the land.
which
A
is
wayland
called
of the
cheating.
land.
Oh my god.
Oh, my
You,
bad.
you mentioned an orb of smoke. What
Ah.
fascinating tale does that have?
Yes, this right here
Mm-hmm.
is an everlasting cloud in a bottle, a mystical item that we had.
In, I was saying in Primordial, I'm talking to Enos. This guy. I'm acting like I'm translating it, so he could understand.
I
Okay.
think did he say that? I don't know. I was kind of hoping Kai would do his thing to get to the underground, because I know he said it wouldn't be here till tomorrow, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's already here. They just haven't set it up. I know you can hear me, Kai. So if you
I
get a
guess
chance,
I rest on part of the wall. Like as I'm just like listening to him, and I'll do find familiar, I guess. And have Ember as a spider. Kind of just off to one of the.
Oh, I don't have Ember on
I don't know
this
if there's
map.
any vents or
No,
any
no vents.
crawl off into the direction of the stairs.
Huh.
One situation where thieves can't would have helped, and
I-
nobody else speaks it.
I don't have Ember's mini readily available, so we'll just roll with that for the time being. I haven't put anything.
Sorry, he just said it was a very fascinating name.
Well, it comes from what kind of where Amora and Mogrius meet. There's a mountain range towards the eastern side, western side of Amora, eastern of Mogrius, where the mountains go up, well, kind of near the town of Sarton. And from this, there was a wise mage many, many years ago that seemed to be able to imbue a cloud into this bottle. And tales say if you were to uncloak it, it would make a large area of just one cloud in and of its own.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I translate all that into Primordial. Just to keep, I actually kind of briefly summarize everything he just said.
Yeah, to keep the facade.
Yeah.
Could I,
for
as
some
I'm kind of
reason-
just like, as everyone's speaking primordial and I'm just kind of taking in it, can I do a divine sense real quick?
Sure. I gotta remember what that looks for.
Since anything affected by the hollow spell or to the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. Not behind total cover.
Oh, this is gonna go into like my deep knowledge of what this creature is. Hold on, I gotta look
Oh
up a
no.
creature.
Elman.
Oh, I love that. I
Elman.
love hearing that.
Oh, hell.
Being
I just kind of
Yes.
reply. I just kind of reply like, for something in a museum. That sounds kind of boring.
I was like just about to ask somebody to cast detect magic. We're gonna get fucked.
But literally everything in this room is magic.
There might be
Yeah.
traps or like alarm systems
Magic.
that aren't magic.
Oh,
With
also, what was
yep.
the mini for Ember?
I didn't put a mini
I was just
down.
wondering what we-
I'll get it in between episodes.
Okay, cool. Then
The
don't mind me.
wishbone for you, Eleonora, comes off as fiendish.
A wishbone.
And like each of these locations do have a plaque on them, but he's kind of giving his version of more information than what the plaques say themselves.
And then can I cast Detect Magic?
This room lights up like a goddamn disco.
Oh god.
All of the glass in this room that cover up all these items is extremely magical. The items within the glass are extremely magical.
It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought.
Anything else?
All the people in the area are relatively mundane. You don't really sense any magic off of any of them.
What about,
Bellman,
anything
was
in the
it?
ceiling or walls? Or let me actually check what Detect Magic. So I think it's... it can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. But it is within 30 feet of me, and it's a sphere, so I would also feel anything beneath.
If it wasn't over a foot thick.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because these buildings are made of stone.
Damn.
I bet the basement's where the real goodies are.
Can I,
Yeah.
as Giltesh is kind of like translating to me,
Where the fuck is Detect Magic on Eleonora? What? 'Cause I've been
can I
refreshing
just
her,
take
that's
Can I just take a quick perception check and kind of putting it to like my memory to the blueprints that we saw and see if I see any doors that shouldn't be there.
Sure. Your perception check.
And voila. 21.
With a 21, where you're standing, you can see the vague outline of a door in this corner. And in the complete opposite corner, kind of basically where the guard is standing. You can see the very thin line of where these stone doors are.
I'll point that out to Kai in Primordial.
I kind of point over to the wishbone, look at you in primordial. Oh, look at someone in primordial. Point at the wishbone and look at you and say in primordial, which direction leads to the lower part of the building. As I'm basically trying to like give off the impression like, oh, I want to see the wishbone, basically. Map memorizer.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
would be
if,
this
you
top
know,
one.
technically, yeah.
I
Okay.
believe.
I will also point in the direction of the wishbone and be like, I think it's that one.
And I'll
If I remember
telepath.
correctly.
I'll send Ember as a spider to crawl his way over.
Okay, give me a general stealth check for Spider.
Do you want spider
If I-
stats or Kai stealth?
It would be Spider stats.
It would be spider stats. I think I got that in my watch.
This is a lot more magical. I cannot keep up with all this magic.
Watch.
That's a
If I
giant
know-
spider.
If I know you're doing something, can I try and assist by just kind of make a commotion?
How do you make a commotion?
Emotion.
I'm just gonna start like yelling in
Oh my
Primordial.
god! Do
Just
we
random
need that?
shit, man. I don't know. Do you need a distraction? How stealthy is your spider? Tell me right now.
Pretty fucking
I'm
good.
trying to assist you. I'm trying to assist you.
That's a dirty 20, 16 plus 4.
Just skitters across the wall, seemingly over that guard's head. The guard doesn't seem to notice.
Oh lord.
What? They did say of once before that within those mountains lived a great herd of storm giants that were consistently at war with the mountain goers.
Okay.
But the other, if
You've just
once
been
you
ranting
do,
this whole time.
yeah, he's just been going off about this cloud in a bottle. Would you like to see any of the other items in the room?
We would love to hear about the wishbone, the giant bone in the.
Oh,
there?
yes. This lovely thing.
It looks grand, very grand.
In the dark invasion of the city several 20-odd years ago now, when fire was roaming the city, there was all these abyssal chickens running around, and this is the only bone that survived the atmosphere up here. The rest of them returned to ash whenever they were killed.
I
Okay.
was not expecting. I was expecting anything but chicken, and I choked on my drink. I'm okay. It just caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well,
Deadly creatures to us other small folk, but the gods within the city and the dragon that leads them were able to handle it without much concern.
okay. No, that is truly fascinating. Wonderful. I kind of move over to the next one, and this. What's this about?
Oh, this is my personal favorite from this room. Are you doing anything with Ember?
With Ember, I'm trying to find a.
I'll make a
spot-
duplicate of you. I don't know if I can do that on this screen. Hold on.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to find a spot in the lower, like, building area. I'm trying to place Ember like a spy cam, like in the corner of a room, just looking at a spot that looks like where the Gith Yankee item is going to be held.
Okay. So you should
But
have
'cause,
control
like-
of second Ember.
I do. Word. That is right here. Okay. Y'all help me. Because I'm pretty sure it was down here. Yeah.
It's farther to the right. Am I allowed to say that?
Okay. Monty, let me know when I need to stop. Because like, if I
You'd
can't.
have to stop about there.
Okay. Then I'll stop there then.
As Ember's going around, I believe that their perception would be high enough to see because they're this low to the ground. Well, actually, where are they? Are they on the ground, on the ceiling, on the wall?
I would say they're on like the wall.
Okay.
But up on the if 4 walls.
Yeah,
up,
they're in
like,
the up
here,
corner.
looking down. Yeah.
Climbing on the wall with their vision and everything, there seems to be something at foot level right under where Ember is now that looks as if it's a trap of some kind.
Okay. As Ember, I guess Ember lets me know that they see something. Can I make Ember make an Arcana check?
It just looks like holes in the wall.
Oh, it just looks like holes in the wall.
It looks kind of like a mail slot pretty close to ankle height.
Oh, that's not good.
And this is right where, like, kind of the outline of the door is.
This is where Ember is in the hallway that you all can't see right now.
Oh, so he's actually, like, on the other side of the...
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In Primordial, as he's talking to me, and I'm just being really excited, I point at the thing that he's ranting about, and I just say in Primordial, Ember found a trap on the other side of the wall. Should I keep going?
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no, I'm standing with you, Eleanor, and I just whisper, "Do you speak that language?"
No.
But to the
I also, because I can keep divine magic, or detect magic for 10 minutes. Like, do I get the sense that we're allowed to kind of wander and look around the museum freely, or
Yeah.
if we have, like, if it's assumed we could, okay. Like, while this is going on, since I can't understand them, I'm just gonna kind of, like, wander like to the left and like the different little wings and kind of just keep tabs on like how the detect magic is feeling, if I feel anything like different or really powerful, and then I'll go over to like the other side eventually. Yeah.
Okay, just moving real quickly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if like there like I would go on the other side.
But yeah, to the two other people who know the language, should I keep going, yay or nay?
Yay.
Think yes. Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say yeah. If because here's my thinking. If it's here now, there's not that many. He said that we're the only people here except for the guards. We knock the guards out. We take it. We run. It's done.
Easy.
Word. Okay.
Because
So
if we do it tomorrow during the event, there's gonna be way too many people.
Oh, for sure. So I let everyone know that the traps are here just in case we have to go in there. So I move Ember in a way that doesn't trip off the trap and keep moving.
All right, give me a perception check for Ember.
Okay. Spider, I hope
Yeah.
they.
And while you're rolling that for Eleonora, oh, fuck, I gotta read what Divine Sense all it is again. Which creatures?
Celestial, fiend, and undead, I believe.
Amazing.
It's not as much as
Yeah.
it's not as much as the actual spell one. This was just or any.
So in the
Follow.
left room, you would gauge that this item here, the item on the middle left, is undead in nature.
7.
What does it look like?
It looks like a necklace.
Oh.
Like they do have like labels and stuff on them if you want to look at it.
I'm kind of just getting like a general feeling of what I might want to go check out more close.
The thing in the middle right seems to be empty. It looks to be a case that would hold some kind of weapon, but it appears as if there is no weapon within it. Down here is a mirror. And at the top, in the top left, you see some kind of rock of some kind. Just looks like a rock. And the other one just looks like a set of cutlery. Like
And
forks,
no
knives.
magical things from any of those,
Well,
just the glass
yeah,
that's surrounding them.
all the glass is magical. The necklace is magical. The mirror is magical. And there is a magical presence inside of the empty container.
What kind of presence?
Oh.
Illusory.
Okay.
It would be illusion magic within the evocation shell.
And then for the mirror, is that magical? That's triggered by the magical stuff, not divine sense, right?
Correct. It's from magic.
Can I go closer to the empty case?
Mm-hmm.
And could I try to dispel the illusory magic?
Do you want a distraction? I can help with that.
You could certainly try.
I would, because
Like even detect magic is a visual thing. Like you had to bippity boppity cast it.
Oh yeah, does it still keep showing, like, even though it's like a lasting spell, or is it just when I've casted it?
It's a matter of you said angelic words and made this happen.
Okay, yeah, true.
So you definitely have
Can
eyes
I just
on
like,
it.
can I just look at Weyland and be like, oh, would you go tell the boys that I think I found something really interesting?
Oh. Oh.
And I'm just gonna like try to subtly like give him a wink to be like, I need a distraction.
Oh, absolutely. And Weyland is going to go up to the magic mirror. Do I still look like a dwarf, or does it like cut through the illusion?
It cuts to the illusion.
I immediately get
ooh.
away from that. I knew it. I knew it. You freaking dirty dog.
It so what
Someone saw
what
you.
it does is when you walk up to the mirror, it almost looks like a painting. but it's just constantly changing as you move, and it sees through your illusion.
Oh, that is cool. Okay. Yeah, I go up to the painting, or to the mirror, and I like loudly gasp, and I'm like, oh, the demon has shrouded itself in my clothes, and I start tearing my skin off.
What, dog?
Like,
You have an
loudly.
illusory spell on you. That's not going to make any sense.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. I still start immediately clawing at everything on me, screaming and kicking on the ground.
All right.
Oh my god.
You got your distraction,
Yeah.
dog. You better do something with it.
my clothes.
4 of
Yeah, I
the
guess I'm
guards
just, like,
immediately
kinda
run over.
Kind of like trying to duck around this corner. So like, as few people see, I want to try to like get behind this wall. So I'm just like reaching over, trying to like just like a little goblin trying to peek around the corner.
Plan.
Bellman is in the middle of talking about an incredible fight between a human man who fought sword against a red dragonborn, and by felling the dragon, he made this special armor to commemorate his victory over the dragonborn.
Ooh, cool.
But yeah, if you want to cast a spell magic, go for it.
Yep.
Weyland
Do you need
also
to
just
say
does have a
the-
sense of madness.
Yeah, make a check.
Make a check.
Yeah, it'd be a charisma check. So a d20 plus your charisma mod.
Something doesn't add up.
What do you mean, Giltesh?
I'm not over there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's
Fuck me. That's a 9.
Dog.
So you start to cast this spell. Let's see what the components are for Dispel Magic. Verbal somatic yet again. You start to cast this spell, and you'll be making a dexterity saving throw in the next episode. So
You're about to get got by something.
thank
Yeah, we're
you
not
all
gonna
for
go
playing.
out.
Thank you all for watching. And we'll see where the heist of the Museum of Freelance Magic goes in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.